like how all this shit's kind of getting crazy again. Kind of feels like we're going back to square one. I think we had mentioned that on the last episode. So any feelings, updates from y'all? Like I know like we've been seeing in the news. Obviously, it's been going up. I guess like the cases.
That's all I've been seeing though. Like, but I don't know when it comes to side effects of this variant and deaths. I don't know about that, and I'm not seeing like when it comes to scare factor or fear factor. I'm not getting the fear factor for this variant as much as when it first came out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people are just being way more cautious, which is good. I ain't saying it's a bad thing. They're just being way more cautious with this variant.
But I ain't gonna lie. I looked up the stats on that after we spoke about it the last time, and there really aren't. It's very minuscule, the death toll from this Omicron variant. It's more people just kind of getting it. Especially if you're vaccinated, but it seems like even for people who aren't vaccinated, it seems to be a little bit lesser of a version of like, the Delta or the actual COVID strain. So it doesn't seem to be a huge deal. You know what I mean? We just kind of got to see how this thing go, but it does seem like it's going back to square one.
Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't say, I honestly don't know. From what I'm hearing, like you had said, this Omicron version or whatever is not that serious. Like, I guess it's supposed to be like just more like a common cold, but then it's like they're using precautions that they use from like the regular when COVID first came out. So it's like, are we supposed to be scared or not? Because like if it's this like calm version that's like the common cold, then why should we all be getting up and off? Like restaurants are closing again, clubs are closing
really?
again. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Like at least for over the holidays. A lot of places I saw was like, just to be safe, we're gonna close. It will open back up second week of January or whatever, So I don't know, man. But what about the media? Do y'all think the media at this point is kind of confusing? As far as like the message that they're trying to relay,
it's kind of confusing because they're making it seem like really serious. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When it may not be as serious as when COVID first started. So I don't know if it's like a fear tactic. I don't know. But I don't think it's as serious as the first wave of COVID.
Did any of y'all get COVID?
Yeah, I believe I did.
I haven't gotten it yet.
Like, I didn't have COVID. I live in New York. Like, when it first happened, I was locked up. So, like, they was telling us that people was turning into zombies. Like, I was scared to come home. Like, I didn't know what to expect. I pictured, like, tumbleweeds just rolling and nobody outside. Like,
that's low key.
So I really didn't know what to expect. So this is like, if things start closing down now, this will be my first time, like, really being in the pandemic. Because I was locked up when it began and came home when outside opened back up. I was locked up for the whole thing.
So, which is crazy that you mentioned that, because I've always like wondered this, but like, how was it like behind bars when this shit started first kicking off? Was it like, because y'all obviously wasn't experiencing it on the outside, y'all I guess was only able to watch like shit on the news and all that, but like, was people in there really scared? Because I feel like if I'm locked up in jail, I'd be like, nigga, ain't shit scaring me on the outside. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's see, not no fucking, like,
virus.
Yeah. We were scared because the way it's being told to us is like bodies was dropping, like left and right, bodies was going. So, like, we didn't even know if today we speak to our mom, if tomorrow we'll be able to speak to her again. Like,
that's true.
The way that's how they made it seem like. And then one of the guards had brought COVID in, and like 2 inmates had it, and like they completely like secluded them. And then when they would bring people in, they would put them in like the whole, like, to quarantine them for 2 weeks.
Right.
So like they was taking precautions, but then someone was like asymptomatic, and I mean I was in the hole, so I was good because I couldn't stop fighting. Probably be
the best place to be at that time.
I was in my little 4x6, like it was good, like. I was chilling, but like when COVID hit, they started letting a lot of us go home, like on house arrest. But the only thing is, like, I only had 7 months, and I was like 5.5 months in. And if you was to go home because of the COVID shit, you would have to do all your time on house arrest. So like, even though I only had like 1.5 months left, I would literally have to redo the whole 7 months on house arrest. And I was like, I'm not doing that shit. So it was, I don't know, the way that they was making it sound was just crazy. I was scared to come home. Like, I was going to punch a guard in the face so I wouldn't have to come home. Because, like, they was like, there's nowhere for you to work, nowhere for you to live, nothing for you to eat. The grocery stores is closed. I'm like, yo, like, it's an apocalypse.
So when you came out, you like you saw yourself, you're like, oh, it's not that deep. Like they just kind of I
haven't worn a mask like since I've been home, and I've been home now since July of last year.
You don't wear masks?
Not this summer. I don't ever wear a mask. Like if they tell me to, I'll put one on to get in or whatever the case may be. But while I'm in the establishment, I'm not wearing my mask. Like if I can get in there without wearing a mask, I don't ever wear a mask, and I never got COVID. And I have a shitty immune system. Like I get sick all winter, but not with COVID.
Vaccinated?
I got vaccinated like a couple months ago.
Okay.
And they still want me to wear a mask. I'm like, so you're not only did y'all because this is what it is in New York. I was in law school and they was gonna kick me out of school, even though school was online. They like, well, you still technically a student in New York. So if you don't get vaccinated,
you was in law
can't
school?
be a student in New York. You
was in law school?
Well, I'm not in law school yet. Let's rephrase that. I graduated with my law degree from John Jay Criminal Justice, but I go on to law school
you went to John Jay. Okay.
For law.
That's what's up.
And so it's just like.
But that's crazy though. No. And they said even though you were taking classes online, you had to be vaccinated.
We all had to take the classes online. Like there's no in-person school. But they saying, well, you're still a student of New York, so you still need to get vaccinated. Wild. And me, I know, like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna die somehow. Whether it's I don't even get my like flu shots. Like, I don't take medicine at all. So it's like
same here.
That's
I was annoyed, but
though.
whatever.
Yeah, I would be annoyed too because I ain't gonna lie. I did see something online today that says that like starting January 5th, New York State is gonna try to make it like mandatory for jobs, school, college, like pretty much everything. You have to be vaccinated. Or you're not going to get it. I think it even includes like healthcare. They're going to stop giving healthcare to people if they're not vaccinated, which is a little ridiculous, but I mean, that shit is crazy.
I mean, they definitely got something going on. I don't mind being a guinea pig. So fuck it. Like I said, I'm going to die sometime.
That's my thing is like, yo, I
that
don't know.
Shit is wacky though.
Shit is weird, bro. It's like, I don't know.
You got to think like this shit a joke. They got us walking around with these fucking paper and cloth masks. When back in the day, when shit, did y'all see the mask that they made them wear back in the day? Like full blown mask with fucking the oxygen tank and everything when they really had shit going on. This ain't nothing. This is something that they set up. You know, the earth can only fit 10 billion people.
Oh, you think
that's
population control?
Yes, there's 8.8 billion people in the world right now. So what they do? COVID. Come on, every year or every other year, they do some crazy shit that like take away like 10% of our population all the time.
And that's something me and my dad talk about all the time, not in the grand scale of it being like population control, but every year there is always something. You know, I remember one time, I don't know how long ago it was. What was that thing where they said like if you ate any cow beef, what was it? What was that shit?
Mad cow disease.
Mad cow disease. And then all this extra shit. Every year it's always something. Yeah, every year it's something, bro. And then one year we had to stay away from lettuce because they said all the lettuce was bad. If your lettuce was purple, you had a chance to like get E. coli or some shit like that. Like, bro, it's always something, bro.
And then niggas never told us when the lettuce got good again.
left cliffhanger.
Word. I'm like, wait, can I eat lettuce now or what? Like the fuck?
That ass, bro. They had me eating spinach for like a year and a half, and then I'm like, wait, niggas is eating lettuce again? All right.
Like, all right, I guess it's good now. Like,
I guess it's valid.
That's funny.
Niggas ain't saying shit. Fucking weird. But yeah, bro. I don't know. We talk about COVID every week. Hopefully this shit lightens up. I don't think it is. Well, I feel like COVID has lightened up. I feel like the world has not lightened up to COVID because, you know, going to become just like every other disease or whatever that we have accepted that we know it kills people. You know, we just live with it. We live with cancer. When niggas get cancer, we basically just say, well, man, sign out. You get what I'm saying? We don't even like, so even when, or like HIV, there was a point when niggas thought back in the 70s and 80s and shit, when HIV came, niggas thought if you got that shit, you was dead. Now you got niggas living longer with HIV than niggas without it. You know what I mean?
Man, I seen
I
an
was
HIV commercial the other day where now there's a pill you could take.
Word,
and
and you could
just take the pill and the partner won't get it.
And that's
that's
what I
what
was
they
gonna allude
say.
to.
Yeah.
That's what they say. But that's what I was gonna allude to. Did y'all see that
That's
Pfizer?
what they say.
I don't know if it's Pfizer and Moderna, but I know Pfizer. They're coming out with a pill that you can take now for COVID. Like if you feel like you're about to catch it or you're in the early stages of it, you could take the pill and it like gets rid of it now.
I ain't taking that shit.
I'm not taking that shit either, but I thought that shit was interesting. They made that shit too quick.
Hey,
y'all, I got you.
You remember a couple months ago we all said, I ain't getting that shit.
Nah, the pill is OD.
That's
The
true.
pill is OD, bro.
Remember that?
The vaccine
Like,
true.
Come out, they could get a cure for something that just started last year, but they can't get a cure for HIV.
Nah, they got it.
Cancer.
Oh, no, they got it, but only
Magic Johnson got that shit.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Magic Johnson.
They playing in our faces. That's the problem.
Cancer's OD. Dr. Sebi had that one, but it's a whole different story.
Word, bro.
It's a fact.
I don't know.
But,
yeah, like I said, it benefits these people in a lot of ways if people stay in hospitals, obviously. But you know, and like Pink had mentioned, I feel like there is a certain popularity control aspect to it. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, even if they ain't exactly making plans to kill off people, I feel like when certain shit comes up, they're like, we need some niggas dead anyway. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, let's let this rock.
Hey,
for
black
a little
guys,
bit.
what's up?
See how it goes. So I don't know. I hope, you know,
We're gonna see what it's. Yeah.